listening to Community Forum on KCCC 930 AM, sponsored by Eddy County, honoring God, country, and family, thriving with industry since 1889.
Camille mentioned, trying everything. So that is our rule, is like when we go out to eat and stuff like that, we do kind of family style, we share. We do try to get some adventurous things, some familiar things and things like that, and let them try. And then I just tell them, like, just take a little bite. Like, and if you got to spit it out, just be polite, and stuff like that. And like, we've made some converters of to like different things, and it's just been really cool, and trying different things. So I want to jump back because we talked about it at the first interview, but what was the melon thing that you and Josiah got that nobody knew about?
It's a pepino melon, I think is what it was called. I don't know. It looked like a dragon egg. Oh. Literally, so I've never been to, what was it, Whole Foods? I've never been to a Whole Foods. When I tell you that it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, I walked into that Whole Foods and I went, wow. And I was like, let me explore.
What I would give for that.
Yeah, so it was like a leash, and she unclipped it, and I ran, and it was like I was like, whoa! And they have like their bakery aisle is insane, and it looks like a genuine bakery, and I'm like, it's Walmart, I want to do this, and I'm like, what? And I was like, we're exploring, and like we're about to leave, and I was like, I had my fun. This was fun, and they have like a peanut wall. Beautiful. I just want to say, beautiful. You should, if you have a Whole Foods, you need to go to your nearest Whole Foods and look at that peanut aisle, because it's like they're all in containers. You go, shh. It's so beautiful.
I love the bulk aisle.
I walked past and I went, wow. And then we were leaving and she's like, y'all can pick one fruit. I was gone. She didn't finish the sentence. I was gone. And so me and Josiah were like running, looking. And I was talking to Myka. I was like, Myka, what are you going to get? She's like, I don't know. And I was like, cherries. I don't know. Something basic. And I was like, I don't want a basic fruit. I want something new. So we like stumbled upon melon. I'm not a fan of melon, like cantaloupe and like melon. I like watermelon, but like the green and orange one, I can't stand it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just can't. So I like passed it and I looked at it and I was like, what the heck is that? And he was like, what is that? And like we looked at it, it's like this white melon and it has purple streaks on it. And we just stared at it and we were like, yeah, we're gonna get this. And then like right next to it was like a star fruit, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna get that too. Nice. So we got both of them, and we were like, all right, the dragon egg and then the freaking star that goes with it. So like we like gave them to her, and she's like, do you even know what this is? And I went, no. And she goes, all right, cool. So we got it, and then I took it to Mr. Zink's truck, and I handed it to him, and I was like, you should cut this for me. And he's like, it's a pepino melon. And I was like,
okay.
And what system are you that you know what this is? Like where?
He's a Wikipedia.
Yeah, he's a Wikipedia. He scans it with his glasses. Pepino melon, and he like tells you the nutrients in it, the calories, and I'm like, whoa!
It's amazing how many fruits there are out there that like we never see.
Yeah, exactly. It was so weird. And then he was like telling me how they grow, where they grow, blah blah blah. And then I was like, all right, well, open it for me. And then he did. And it was okay. The star fruit was delicious though.
Yeah, so I knew what a star fruit was, and I would give them like the basic, like this is the bit how it kind of tastes, like a pear and an apple mixed together and stuff like that. And so we didn't know the pepino one because I was like, I don't know. And so that's what normally my normal response is, go ask Mr. Zink, because like he's amazing at, like, he knows all the, like, so much history and so much, like he is an encyclopedia and remembers everything.
Yeah. But don't call it to him because he won't answer. Zink.
Yeah, he is deaf. Parents somehow.
He can't help it. It's okay.
He can't hear very well. So we all make fun of him for that. But it's just like those are the things that we try to do, and the exposure that we have with this program, especially for the upperclassmen students that get to participate and put in that extra time. But we do some little things like that in classes here and there. Like we'll have we make fresh butter when they make their rolls. Like we show them how to do that, and like kind of the Texas Roadhouse stoop. So not just the competition students get that, but like the regular classes do too.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's like 8 people in the team, right? That went to the.
Yeah, so we had 8 students go for ProStart this year
out of like 400.
Yeah, we're a little less than 400. We're like 380 right now. But at the beginning of the year, we start with around 400, and then we kind of lose some. And so all the different levels, and there's 3 teachers, and we all have a full load. And so between all of us, we try to do little special things, and like for just this year, like we did cut out cookies and stuff like that, and did extra decorating with the upper level classroom. Miss Rhodes did like a little decorating cupcakes for her students, like kind of end of year thing. And so we incorporate those little glimpses and stuff like that. If I could take every kid to Whole Foods that is in the culinary program, I probably would. And I would love to buy them like those kinds of things. Yeah. And that's the challenge is, like how do we do that? So we incorporate it where we can.
I love that. I was thinking, it reminded me, talking about the fruit earlier today, they didn't know what it was, and then she's asked about it. But it reminded me when I went to Jamaica, I was in this outdoor market, and there was this fruit that I had never seen before. And I'm like, I'm just going to get that.
Yeah, because you really don't know unless you try it. You really don't know unless you try it. And like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the pepino melon looked good. It did not look good. It looked like an egg, and I was like, what is that? And I wish I could tell you what it tasted like. I can't remember what it tasted like. I can't remember. I just have terrible memory. But it wasn't bad, I don't think. I'm pretty sure Josiah said that it just tasted like a melon. And I was like, well, it's a melon, so I hope so. But like, I was expecting like a dinosaur or something. But I mean, it's really cool. And I wish that kids that were just taking the class in general had like the confidence to be able to explore the Procreate classes, because it's open to everybody. Like, we advertise it for the kids that we believe would want to do it, and then we like let other kids know, and if they can decide amongst themselves if they want to be there. But the thing is, they have to commit to it, and that's the only problem that a lot of students have nowadays, is committing to something. Or like nowadays kids cannot commit to nothing, or they commit to too many things, and that's me. I commit to too many things, and then it's like a struggle to like that
reminds me,
and tennis and theater. Wow, you have all the complicated students.
That reminds me of a quote from John Adams. So we're talking, a couple hundred years ago, which was there's two people of worth in the world, and those who honor their commitments, and those who require commitments of others.
Exactly. There you go. Boom, boom. Boom,
yeah,
boom.
So I think it was a problem for a long time.
It was. But even then, even if they don't do like ProStart stuff, speaking of John Adams theater, we do a lot of like caterings and stuff. And so like how I'm with the theater, they do like a lot of special events where they have like a dinner theater where like they perform something, and then you can like, the culinary will cook and prepare.
Oh,
and, like,
that's amazing.
You didn't go, miss.
I'm sad
Man,
now.
I can't believe you.
I'm sad now.
Yeah.
Because I would totally do that.
So cool. So I was doing both at the same time. So I was in the play, but I also cooked the food. Yeah. So like, I'm just gonna spoil it. This year, it was called Death by Dessert. So it was like a whole story about like two family diners that looked exactly the same. The only difference was like one letter, and like they served this basically the same food, but they're like at each other's necks. And then like the intermission, you get to eat, and then they have like food as well. And then at the very end, like, you find out who the killer was and stuff like that. And it's like a little murder mystery.
I love
and like
that.
when the intermission, they have like a ballot that you can fill out on who you think is the killer so far. And then you turn them in, and then the rest of the show continues, and then you find out what happens, and then they're just like, those, because technically we were supposed to make cannolis for it. It was like an Italian restaurant, and we were supposed to make cannolis, but we didn't have the time, or like it was, stuff happens. And so, but like with the way it was written so you were supposed to eat a cannoli without knowing why you eat cannolis. And at the very end, she tells you, careful, those cannolis will kill you. And then like it closes out. So like, and it's like a cool thing. But like we do cool activities like that. And like for the cookie decorating, we have like Winterfest, where like the students will like all go into like the main. What am I talking about? It's the main. And you get like the culinary has classes where Miss Hale will be in there, and you can go in there and decorate a cookie with all like the homemade frostings that we make and stuff like that.
That's fun.
And they do a whole bunch of stuff. We just got finished with like the library too.
Yeah, I saw you, not you personally, but you as a group at the reception after the grand opening of the History Garden. Yeah. And that's when I finally got to talk to Mrs. Hale to set this up, which I was super excited about. But the food was really good as well. I just want to say, like, my son now loves goat cheese. Thank you.
Oh, I'll let Jocelyn know, because we were trying to convince people to eat the goat cheese for so long. People would be like, no, thank you. And we're like, you really don't want to try it? Like, you really want to try it? You want to try it? This isn't just regular goat cheese. And then they're like, what's different about this goat? And then we were like, we raised it ourselves. And then he was like, the cheese too? And I was like, yeah, the cheese too. So we were trying our hardest. People don't like goat cheese. And I remember there was a catering we did for like I don't even remember, but we did a catering and we had lamb there, and it was like this huge dining table, and like David sat on one side with a certain meat. I can't remember what it was, but he was cutting it, and then I sat on the other side of the long, mysterious table with lamb. And people don't like lamb.
So good.
What is
It's
wrong
because they've
with
never
lamb?
had it.
I like lamb.
Never had good lamb.
They've had
Yeah.
good lamb,
Jocelyn
yeah.
cooks
And like
it.
it's Jocelyn doesn't like Jocelyn doesn't like lamb.
But she liked
She likes our lamb, yeah, but Jocelyn herself, she doesn't like lamb. And I
She
remember
raises lambs.
yeah, she raises lambs.
raises
She
them.
does raise lambs. And I remember we were in Baltimore and I was eating my lamb. She goes, "You like lamb?" And I was like, "You don't?" She goes, and I go, "Don't you cook it?" She just goes, and she just sighs at me. And I was like, "All right, okay." And then I ate it. And then I was like, little metallic-y. She goes, "Exactly why I don't like lamb." It tastes like metal to her. And I'm like, it reminds me of like things like cilantro. Some people have like a thing where they're missing a gene and it tastes like soap.
Yeah.
I'm
Can you
wondering if-
imagine? That would make me so sad.
I would be so sad with the dishes that I make at my family. We have like a huge Mexican household. I would be so sad.
Yeah, that would be
I would also be
be
sad if I was
devastating.
lactose intolerant.
Yeah,
be
that's
so
hard too. I've recently become gluten free, and that's really hard too.
I bet.
Oh yeah.
Because bread is the best
sorry
thing.
for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Sometimes I just suffer,
Yeah.
I just eat it anyway, because like gluten-free pasta is not good. I have not. Well, the chickpea one's all right because at least it has texture still, and it doesn't like totally break apart, but it doesn't taste right.
Yeah. It's
So it's just anyway. That's my problem, not
okay.
yours. So let's do a round of final thoughts.
you should start on that, Tebow. I have a lot of thoughts. Let me figure out
Camille's been
which one I
talking a
want
lot. Avery, what's your final thoughts?
About like overall competition.
Competition, cooking program, whatever you want.
We're at the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm very glad we're at the end of the year. It's been a long year, a lot of preparation. I don't think people realize how much preparation goes into this. I mean, I really don't. I mean, we've been working since first day of school pretty much to get like the whole production started, pick out menu, get every piece of equipment. Like I can't tell you how many late night Amazon
early we
order
work?
Miss Hills made. Thousands of dollars have been spent on just forget.
And
honestly,
time?
yes,
How early we'd come?
yes.
Jesus.
That's another thing it's taught me. Waking up on time. I can't wake up on time. Now I do. That's definitely a superpower I have now.
Don't wake her up.
But honestly, I think it's also just taught me a lot about hard work. I definitely did not like to do a lot of like getting up, making lists. They preach lists. I did not like to do the listening to others. I didn't like to do teamwork. And this has definitely taught me a lot about
She liked
working.
nothing.
Working about like if you want to fix something, working until it's fixed, and then not giving up on it, honestly, because there were so many times I wanted to just completely change the dish. I did not want half of the things in there. Like it was like some of them were nuisance to make. But then like Zink taught me the love of quenelles. I made them every lunch. We ordered special spoons. I learned how to do them, and now it's kind of a superpower, honestly. I love making quenelles. It's a lot of fun.
I love that.
I also think like learning how to do like certain work with sugar too. That definitely last year taught me that. Learning how to like do the things you're afraid of. I was so afraid to do anything with sugar or chocolate. I was afraid I was going to mess it up and it was going to ruin the dish. But it's taught me a lot of different things to just act on the things you're scared of. Because I mean, those are probably the things you're going to be best at. Definitely.
That is so good.
I do want to chirp in and say I was so proud of her. Like she did at lunch and break, she would make quenelles and make like 10 to 20 of them. And
Y'all
I
should
was-
explain what a quenelle is for
So
people who don't know what that
So
is.
it's
The
a
rhythmic motion of your hands.
yeah. So it's a special scoop of whatever you're scooping. So we were doing whipped cream, and so looks like kind of like a elongated kind of egg shapey kind of thing, and it's kind of hard to describe.
It's like a dollop.
Yeah, like a dollop,
Okay.
but
It's like an
elongated.
oval and it has like a
Yeah, so
little
like an oval, but it's completely smooth and nice. And she put in the work and like did it and when I'm like, I didn't have to ask, like we didn't have to ask you. You did it.
I also think probably time management too, because like this isn't the only activity I do, and like I'm also in a lot of other classes too. Like I also do golf, and like this has definitely taught me how to manage my time properly because there's no extra time. I mean, I learned that early on in the year. There's no
Yeah, we don't have a
extra
time turner like Hermione.
Exactly. So it's definitely taught me a lot of time management.
That's great.
I just had a lot of fun participating in ProStart this year and being more involved, because like last year I didn't want to compete, but I feel like I should have, and like it just opens up a lot of opportunity for you, because like that was my first time going to Maryland or like anywhere on the upper East Coast, and like I got to try a lot of seafood.
So much
And,
seafood.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Just
good there.
Only seafood.
You had crab cakes? Tell me you had
Oh,
crab
did we
cakes.
have
So
crab
much
cakes?
crab.
Oh,
Yeah.
did
So
we
much
have
crab.
crab cakes?
Okay, good. Because that's really important part of a visit to
Yeah,
Baltimore.
there's a lot of seafood to the point where we were getting tired of it.
Yeah. We had to get ice cream every night to just like hope that we would just.
I do remember somebody said they wanted to come home and eat no Mexican food towards the end of our
I
trip.
hate Mexican food too. Like I do not like Mexican food, and I was craving it. I was craving it so bad.
I love that.
Yeah, but I also learned a lot of new things, like working with the team, because the sports that I do, they're more individual. So like this is my first time actually like working more with people in a competition, and like I learned a lot of new skills too in culinary, like fine dining, and overall it's just really fun, and it's a good experience too, and you learn a lot of things like different techniques and getting along with people.
Yeah, it can get tense in a kitchen, so it's
Yeah.
really important to learn how to get along. I like that.
It just taught a lot of patience. And I mean, you have the three of the people who are in front of you right now. We are all very, very individual, and we're all very confident in what we can do as like people. And I love talking. I love being with people. I love it. I thrive off of that. But there's other people that don't talk as much, or like the two next to me are the complete opposite of what I am. But I don't know about that. I can't speak for them, but I feel like being a week up there with somebody like me who's always teaches them a lot of things about other people. And then I feel like being with people who are always so quiet and reserved or like just mellow teaches me a lot of patience as well, of like how like what I can and can't do, or like what I should and shouldn't do, or like how I should act. And we would all very like teamwork obviously, but then we would have a lot of like disagreements and like discussions, and like it was like with all a whole bunch of team members, and like sometimes we wouldn't agree on something, or like something would happen and we'd be like, what are you doing? Or like we'd be really frustrated because we were working so much, and like so you just we rest, but you don't get a break. There's no break. So like people are very short-tempered, or like you just rub them the wrong way and they're like, and you're like, don't talk to me like that. And then like it's this whole thing, and then we just learn to communicate with each other, learn that it's okay to talk to people, and it's okay to not talk to people, and it's okay to just mellow out, and it's also okay to explore. Because being up there, I personally talked to so many people. We adopted 2 girls from Arizona at Topgolf. Like, I was making connections like no tomorrow. Like I already have 2 homes in Arizona and one in New York and one here. Like I was making a lot of new friends, and it was really nice. And with that, I learned a lot of patience, and I learned that like I can't be good at everything first try. And I had a lot of frustrations about how people compared. I'm going to talk about this. I don't know if I should, but I'm going to, because it was a big thing for me. Okay. I was very frustrated about how I personally felt like the culinary and management, like events, not people, but events, weren't treated the same. And I just felt like they're 2 very different events, and I couldn't get that through my head of like, yeah, I know they're different, but like still, and they're like, no, they're different, and the way that they're built won't allow them to be treated the same. And I'm like, but that's so unfair, because I personally, like, I thrive off being with people, like having them tell me that they're proud of me, that I did good. I was like, that makes me feel nice. I'm like, I did something that is worthy, and I made them proud. But at the management competitions, you couldn't be told that. And you had to go through every round, like, with your ambassador, which was somebody who was, like, ProStart would give you an ambassador. So, like, we would communicate with them to communicate to others. And so she was like, you guys did good. But we couldn't hear it from anyone else. And I was like, personally, as for, like, me, I struggled with that. I was like, that sucks. Like, I want to be with them. Like, and I think they were separated from us most of the time. And I was like, I miss them. Like, I want to talk to them. Like, I want to, like, this is nerve wracking. And then, like, when we finished, they were like, you did a good job. Like, good job. And I'm like, yeah, I wish you told me that, like, earlier when we were messing up and splitting.
To be fair, though, they could not hear it.
Yeah,
They didn't get it from us. Culinary didn't get it from us either.
No, they didn't.
They couldn't get good jobs. Now, they did have a bigger team, but like
they did, yeah. But it just sucks, and it's not their fault at all. It's just how it's built. It's Shark Tank. You have to be quiet. You have to listen. You have to respect it. It's not a sport. That one's like like an auction type
business
thing. It's a business, yeah.
transaction.
And which, like, obviously, duh, but like, I was having a lot of frustrations about it, and I would communicate to Miss Hell about it a lot, and I would like, it sucks. Like, I wish that it was bigger. Like, I wish people, cause this is what really got me. In Baltimore, people would ask me, are you part of the cooking thing? And I was like, oh no, I'm doing management. And like, they would like, their face would like drop a little, like just slightly, like a little. And like, I catch it. Oh, I'm so observant. I'd catch it. And they'd go, oh, that's cool. Well, congratulations. And I'm like, oh, what? Like, what's wrong with management? And it's so important too. And I'm like, dude, you can't cook unless you have a management. Like, well, yeah, you can cook, but where are you going to cook? What restaurant you're going to cook at?
Exactly.
Tell me. And I had a lot of frustrations about it. And so being up there really helped me like learn that it's okay. Things aren't going to be built the way you want it, but like just take your time and honestly just live in the moment. And I learned a lot up there, and it's okay to be frustrated. And I was so frustrated.
It sounds like an amazing program.
It's amazing.
It is an amazing program, and we have amazing students, and we have amazing support, and we do our strive, or like, because it is the end of the year. Like, you know, every year we try to make it better. Every year we try to get a little bit better. We try to take those things. So, culinary and management both did amazing work. Culinary had like probably their best, like after, you know, when everything was said and done at the end, I think that was the best cook that they could do. Like they put their best foot forward. And the same thing with management. Like at the very end, like when we were having tears of frustration and tears of that, that's what I tell the kids. Did you give your best effort? Did you prepare? Like, and that's why we try to tell them, did you prepare? Like we say, you know, you need to be prepared. We don't want any what ifs. And that it doesn't like, and I remember telling Camille, you know, even if you came in last, if you could tell me, if we came in did last and you could say, I did my best, and I would be super proud. Like, and I don't have to, like, I'm very grateful that we don't have to say we came in did last, but like, that's how this, like, you know, again, it's community, it's a village, and there's like different parts of it, and everybody's, it's kind of hard, you know, we get pigeonholed into like, you know, little areas and things like that, and nobody really knows, you know, like learning. And so we do try to do that. And like, that's one of my problems is I'm not a big talker. I'm a big doer. I'll get it done and we'll go. So that is part of what happens in these students, you know, like it's amazing to see what they do. And it's not just me, it's not just them. We are creating this as we go and trying to make it better and bigger every year.
And they're doing a great job. And like we had so much more support. I would say that we have so much support now that we got to like prove ourselves than when we did when I was a freshman. Because when I was a freshman, I feel like people didn't really ask me about culinary. Like, yeah, I was taking it, but like no one really asked me about it. And like now, every time I'm gone or like I'm doing something, I'll go to the restroom and I'll come back and they're like, "Did you go to culinary?" I'm like, "No, I didn't go to culinary." And they're like, "Oh, I didn't see you all week." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's because we don't have classes together." And they're like, "I just thought you were doing something." And I was like, "No, we didn't. We're not." But we have so much more support now, especially from our principals and stuff. So like they'll announce it more often that we're like doing things and like it's more out there, and people would always ask me, "Are we selling today? Are y'all gonna sell this? Are y'all gonna do that?" Which is nice. And I think like speaking for Myka as a senior, I think like that's nice to see that like our community won't die out when we are gone. Like it's like we're not the end of it. Like next year there'll still be Avery, there'll still be Jocelyn, there'll still be David, and then when they graduate, there'll be whoever is under them and whoever's under them and whoever's under them, and then hopefully there'll be more teams and so on and so forth. And I think I'm very proud of that.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Victoria and Alma, the people we have from Arizona.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Victoria, if you're hearing this, Alma, if you're hearing this, we love you. Sophia from New York, I know you. I love you too. They were so sweet, and the community up there is so nice. And you'd expect it to be, yes, it's a very high pressure and like very like competitive thing, but they wouldn't treat you like trash. Yeah, you expect to go there like, oh, New Mexico is. No, they were like, "Hello, what's up?" Blah, blah, blah.
They were in their own country.
They were, yeah. They were
part of Mexico.
And New Mexico, and they're there. Cool. No, they were all welcoming. They were all so curious, and it's so nice to have so many curious people in one little area because ideas just blossom, and community blossoms, and people just blossom, and it's so cool. It's so cool.
This is really great. I think this is a very worthwhile program. I think one of the things I'm taking away is that all of the students have a satisfaction with their work that they've done. And that is a tremendous thing.
Yeah, we definitely, it has to be theirs. You know, we can help them get there. I can show them, and stuff like that, but it has to be theirs. And they pick it up and they go. And there's, you know, we have different pathways, different options, and we just try to offer that. And, you know, like I really do look at it from a standpoint of like, I want you to be, it doesn't matter if you're going to be in culinary or not. Like I want you to be the most successful you can be and learn skills to that. And so we do push a lot of job skills and a lot of like, you know, doing what you need to do to make your life better. And so, I think they pick that up and they run with it. And it's something, it's really special. It's really cool.
Well, you and Zinc should be proud of your students. Not only are they champions, state champions, shout out, but I can tell that you're all really happy with the work you've done, with the experience you've had. Some we will continue, and then some of you are going to move on to awesome things, and it's just really cool. And I appreciate you sharing this moment with me.
Yeah, we're passionate, and I have the utmost confidence in my underclassmen, and I know that they can do it, and I'm proud.
And you can always come back and say hi and like encourage more
yeah,
classes.
I have to. Yeah, I'm legally I have to come back and say some stuff and come and. I'll be around, that's for sure.
Nice.
I want to come back and watch the next practices. You
Yeah, I'm gonna, a nice crisp 6 a.m. I'm back, baby.
Yeah. Well, not all the practices are at 6. That's what worked out this year was everybody wasn't
Available
as busy.
so early.
Yeah, it was available early. You know, and we do that. But yeah, we'll invite you. We invite all.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like how the next team will be built because like this team was very like strong individuals.
Yeah.
Like strong individuals that made a strong group. But sometimes you can't have a lot of strong individuals in one group because
They have
just
to be
butt
willing
heads.
to work together.
Exactly. So I'm very excited to see how the next year is. And I remember I was like telling them I was saying that Avery was gonna run him like
As a part of,
I was like Avery's gonna run him like a soldier, like a drill sergeant.
The older part of like the group, like you have to like take the underclassmen, the freshmen, the sophomores, the juniors, like you have to take them and you have to build them up. Because they're not just going to get there with just looking at it. You have to talk to them. You have to you have to expose them to that. That's how we all got here.
But you also have to be willing to learn things from them too, which I think is very important.
Exactly.
And I feel like I'm saying it again. I know a lot of kids nowadays struggle respecting other students.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that just because like I'm very she's so funny. I'm very big on like hierarchy and stuff. But there's a lot of students that I'm afraid to talk to other students and stuff because I'm afraid that they're gonna look at me like, "Who are you to tell me?" Blah blah blah. Or like if I'm like, "Hey, can you do this instead of this?" Who are you to tell me? Like I'm afraid of that. But like I'm very confident. But I mean, it's what it is.
You get past that stuff.
Always.
You know? Yeah. Do you want to do a pitch for this next year?
Oh, so we're culinary arts is always open to anybody and everybody, and we take any student that's willing to be here and put in hard work and learn the skills. Competition is a commitment, and so if a student thinks that they are interested in it or likes to cook or watches Food Network on the weekends, this might be the place for you. If it's not, come and try it out anyways, and we'll help you either way. And then if anybody does want to support us and keep doing this amazing things, they can write a donation check and a letter saying that they want that check and give it to the central office or Carlsbad High School and say that and put on the memo line, like for culinary arts. And you can even put in the, so if you write a letter, you can just say, I want this to go to culinary arts and I want it to be for the competition team. We've had like other people that say that they want it specifically for like when we go out to meals to buy that or for equipment, or you can just say, give it to culinary, and they can do with it what they want. And so again, if they want to contact me, I'm at the high school. They can email me. It's amanda.hale@carlsbadschools.net, and my last name is spelled Hale. Just in case. We get a lot of misspelling. And I think we always need more people supporting us, just like everybody else. And it takes the village.
Absolutely. And we have a great village.
Anyone can cook and anyone can manage. That's what I'm saying.
You just got to step up.
and we do love management team, and we are
love management.
This was our second year our third year competing with management team, and that's something that we are working to build up in our program.
Nice.
And make it, and it's just as good or even better. Like, I actually like the management team a little bit better because it's way less equipment, and way less dragging stuff around.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, each one is special, and there's other stuff. There's not just ProStart. There's so much stuff that we do, and you can learn amazing skills.
Anyone can be a hero. Anyone can be a cook, and anyone can be a manager.
I love it.
Join ProStart, join culinary, join Skills USA.
Well, thank you so much, ladies, for being parts 2 and 3 of the series. I really enjoyed this a lot. That's why I didn't stop us. And we'll be on the radio in a few weeks. I'll send Mrs. Hale a note, and she can tell you guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You're listening to Community Forum on KCCC 930 AM, sponsored by Eddy County, honoring God, country, and family, thriving with industry since 1889.